you should be
Now
talking about
time for
today.
the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
A long-awaited U.S. study on puberty blockers has remained unpublished due to concerns over the political weaponization of its findings. Let me summarize it as best as I can here. Ready? Here we go. We did not release the results of this study because the people who said this study would find that puberty blockers don't work in the way we did will use the results showing that puberty blockers don't work the way that we said they did to say that puberty blockers don't work in the way that we said that they did. They would weaponize the results of this study to show the truth of what we're doing. Yes, that's right. They fear it will fuel opposition to gender-affirming care by proving that gender-affirming care does not work, because that's what the study shows. But remember, folks, trust the science. But we're not going to tell you about it unless it confirms what we already believe.
Number 6.
The Saban Center has announced a partnership with Stillman College to enhance STEM and arts education throughout Alabama, joining Shelton State Community College and the University of Alabama as a strategic partner. Miss Terry Saban and Stillman President Dr. Yolanda Page expressed excitement about the collaboration, emphasizing its impact on the youth and the community. By the way, kudos to Miss Terry Saban. Miss Terry is like the most protected brand in the state. Like, and no matter anytime someone says something about Terry Saban, they're like, Miss Terry, Miss Terry, Miss Terry, Miss Terry. Governor Ivey doesn't even get that. Governor Ivey doesn't get called Governor Ivey. But Miss Terry, they have protected that. And by the way, she is a treasure. No criticism of Miss Terry. She can do whatever she wants. If she wants to open up the border and let in a bunch of illegal immigrants, I'd be like, man, Miss Terry's killing it. I'm fine with that. She is a treasure.
Number 5.
Make her the head coach of UAB. Well, I'd like to see that. UAB could fire head coach Trent Dilfer and former UAB head coach Bill Clark is out there in the running for head coaching positions at East Carolina and Southern Miss after both schools recently parted ways with their coaches. Now, this seems like a pretty clear path to a solution. Bill Clark is out there looking at coaching jobs. Trent Dilfer is out there about to get his ass fired. Maybe we bring back Bill Clark. He retired after back issues in 22. He's now healthy and ready to return to coaching. He brought UAB to notable success, 11-win season, a bowl victory after bringing back the school. Look, bring him back. You don't even got to be the head coach. Just bring him back. Auburn's Hugh Freeze taking heat right now. Kalen DeBoer, well, they're still talking about his clothes.
Number 4.
Governor Kay Ivey was named the 7th most popular governor in the United States and the most popular governor in the Southeast. According to a Morning Consult survey, the survey gave Ivey a 63% approval rating, with 32% disapproving and a small portion had no opinion. Ivey's tenure has been marked by achievements like infrastructure improvements and educational reforms. Are we forgetting like tax increases and vaccine mandates and things like that? Are we forgetting that? I just want to throw that out there. Do we remember that? Anyway, she continues her bold agenda for Alabama from her bunker. Maybe that's why they like her. That you never see her. You never see her, so maybe that's why I like her. I have a different theory. I think people in Alabama are just generally happy about the state of the state. Has nothing to do with Governor Kay Ivey. That'd be my thing. But kudos to her for being the most popular governor in the Southeast.
Number 3.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall suggested that the current immigration enforcement challenges facing the nation might allow Alabama to revive aspects of its 2012 Beeson-Hammond Act, which has been largely struck down in court. I think they'd have to go back and revisit these things, but I'm all for that. All for that. There's a different Supreme Court. The judiciary looks very different right now. If Donald Trump wins, the judiciary is going to look very, very different. Marshall argued that if the federal government fails to enforce immigration laws, states should have the right to step in and enforce them themselves. He made those comments at an immigration town hall in Fairhope, expressing frustration over the Biden administration's approach to immigration policy. Fairhope's a smart place to do that because there's always the fear that the Haitians are coming. That's sort of like the fear they have down there. And there's talk of Steve Marshall running for governor. Maybe this is the setup.
Number 2.
A new Wall Street Journal national poll shows former President Donald Trump holding a slight edge over Vice President Kamala Harris in the race for the presidency, with 47% support to Harris's 45%. This flips a 2-point lead for Harris from a previous poll last month. Polling expert Nate Silver believes that while the 2024 presidential race seems highly competitive, his gut suggests former President Donald Trump will win. By the way, what a wishy-washy guy. He's like, my gut says it'll win, but don't trust anyone's gut, even mine. Shut up, dude. Just make your prediction and go away. That's all you got to do. Anyway, Donald Trump is currently leading now in these categories. Are you ready? Here we go. Real Clear Politics Electoral College Map. Nate Silver's election forecast model. 538, which used to be Nate Silver's group, election forecast model, and the Polymarket betting election odds. So things are heading in his direction. No question about that.
Now, time for the number one thing you'll be talking about today.
As momentum is clearly in former President Donald Trump's favor, some people are suggesting that we might actually get a Trump landslide at the Electoral College. We talked yesterday about Nevada and all those votes that have come in there. Georgia, the suggestion is there are more Republicans voting there as well. North Carolina, their early voting is closer in Republican and Democrat than anyone's ever seen. That's the suggestion. So it's now time for a couple of October surprises to make the media cycle move before being debunked. And that's exactly what happened. It's actually very smart. They release this information. They get all the headlines on the 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever news that people like my mom watch. David Burr. Damn you, David Burr! He's a villain. He is America's greatest villain. He must be stopped. But millions of people watch those newscasts. They all get the stories, the same stories. Here they are. Ready? Here are those stories. Donald Trump loves Hitler. Just a huge super fan. Might also be Hitler at the same time. Donald Trump hates Mexicans and the troops. He specifically hates Mexican troops. He likes Mexican troops who weren't murdered. That's what Donald Trump likes. Both of these were debunked. We have had multiple people who were in the room with John Kelly all the time who said, this never happened. This never once happened. Then you have the family of the dead soldier saying, this never happened. This never happened. We voted for Trump. We love Trump. Thank you very much, President Trump. So all these were debunked, but you're still getting nonstop talking about this, about how it's in the news and somebody reported it. Now, it has not been long since the last time the media demanded you disqualify President Trump from your ballot because of something like, I don't know, him loving Hitler and being a racist who hates Mexicans and the troops. So this particular October surprise is a bit of a dud. So we already have a new one out. The newest October surprise is that Trump groped a model in 1993, and that comes after multiple media outlets already passed on that story. So there we go. We've got 3 October surprises in the last 24 hours, none of which will have a single solitary impact on what's going on in the world today. So congratulations. The media has completely destroyed their credibility. And for what? To allow Donald Trump to beat up another woman. I mean, that's basically what's happened. So congratulations to them. You're doing great. Let's take a quick time out here. You're more than welcome to jump in here and let us know what you're thinking about. How do you do that? Simple. Talk or text 949866. You can also get in here and you can take advantage of the email, dale@wvnn.com. That is the
You've Got Mail.
DowntownRescueMission.org email inbox. We'll be right back.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.